Would you take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen? We are heavily in the green right now. The Russell's up over 2.6%. We have the NASDAQ up over 2%. The S&P 500's up 1.7%, as we have the Dow Jones up 1.1%, and the VIX down over 6%, and it's currently about 12:45 p.m. on the East Coast. So let's break down what is going on in these markets, what I'm looking out for, which we do have Jerome Powell speaking in about an hour 15 minutes from when I'm filming this. So sit back, relax, hit that like button, subscribe, and get your free money from Moomoo if you haven't done so already. Up to 5 free shares of stock, each up to $3,500, and if you deposit at least $2,000, you get a free share of Twitter as well. And all you got to do is deposit $100 to get the 5 stocks. So a bunch of free money, guys, link down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's get into the video. So later today, actually before we even talk about that, let's take a look at what is going on when it comes to SPY and Triple Q. This is very bullish, guys. We ran up heavily, heavily in the pre-market. SPY went from 401.50, and we actually closed right around 400 yesterday. So we went from 400 yesterday to about 408 in the pre-market. That was the pre-market high. So in other words, this ran up about 2%. And then we saw a bit of profit taking in the morning. We got a bit of a drop to roughly 403. We held a higher low, and now we're exploding again. That 403 low hit at about 10:45 a.m. on the East Coast. Now we're seeing an inverse head and shoulders play out. Golden cross, we're above the moving averages. SPY looks very, to me at least, bullish at this point. And depending on what Jerome Powell says later, how that goes, maybe we do end up taking out this high, or who knows, maybe not. If he says something from left field, who knows? Maybe he's a little bit hawkish today. We could easily see these gains evaporate, just like that. So let's see what happens. At this point, hopefully he doesn't drop a bombshell. I'm not expecting anything crazy, but who knows? He's going to talk about Ukraine. He's going to talk about the economy, inflation, rates, all that good stuff, and that's happening today at 2 p.m. He's talking about 35 minutes. He's going to have Q&A. We'll see how that goes. It's at the Wall Street Journal annual Future of Everything Festival. That's a mouthful. Jeez, guys. So yeah, we'll see how it goes down. Right now, again, on the intraday chart, this looks very bullish to me, very solid. And we have Triple Q. Let's pop this up. It's pretty much the same thing. We got a big run up in the pre-market. We hit a fresh high here at 305.73, so we hit right around 305, which is good. And we saw a bit of profit taking to about $300, so it dropped 1.7%. But since that low at about 10:50 a.m., this is up to now about 304, almost 305 again. It is up 1.3% since, over the past 2 hours pretty much. So Triple Q looks solid. I'm going to watch pretty much, guys, what I'm watching in the short term is whether or not we're going to take out the pre-market highs for Triple Q or on Triple Q and SPY, or are we going to fail there? Maybe Powell says something from left field, hawkish, who knows, and maybe we start dumping. So we're going to see. We're going to see. And for me personally, I made money on Adobe today. All you guys in my Patreon know you get all my moves in real time. I took profits on this morning, and I'm glad I did because now it is about $5 under from where I sold it. So I bought this as a short-term trade back on the 11th. I bought it on the 11th of May at $393 roughly, and now I sold it this morning at 413, making around 5%. If you guys take a look here, maybe a little bit over 5%, right around 4.8, 5.1, something like that percent on the trade. And, this chart still looks bullish on the 5-day, but if you pull out on the 4-hour, we're still under a critical 180 moving average resistance right now, which for me, guys, for me to get back into Adobe, it's going to have to break that, right? I traded it, made some money on it now. I'm not going to try and chase it again, until it potentially breaks 425, 430. At that point, maybe we could open up, or I could personally open up another position. And I'm not telling you guys what to buy as always, but that's kind of what I'm looking at here from my perspective. So Adobe, I'm watching out for that. That's an update on Adobe. I'm also still holding VOO short-term shares. Of course, I have long-term long-term VOO investment. A lot of people do. This is just simply the S&P 500 ETF. But I also added a short-term position last week. I bought it at, I think, 368, a little bit under 368, and now we're at 373.50. So I am up a little bit on that. Nothing crazy. Last I checked, it was about 1.3%, maybe a little bit more now. Now it's like 1.6%. So I'm up a little bit more than earlier today because the S&P has recovered a lot since earlier today. And we got to see, is this going to break for VOO? Is it going to break 375? At that point, we might get a bigger push towards 380, 385, and I might be better off just holding on to these short-term shares, which is kind of what I'm leaning to. And we'll see kind of how the market reacts later. And I'm telling you guys, if SPY breaks out 405, 410, which now it's trying to do that, it's getting there. Triple Q breaks out of 305. These are going to fly in the short term. Let's see how it plays out. That's what I personally think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, as always. And if you haven't done so already, smash that like button and make sure to subscribe. Let's see how many subscribers we have until 25,000. We have about 35, something like that. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're almost at 25,000, and I'm going to consider uploading YouTube Shorts more. I kind of did that a month or two ago. I went on a stretch where I uploaded a couple. I'm going to start doing that maybe once or twice, 3 times a week, nothing crazy. And, I might start uploading them more in the morning like I did today. If you guys didn't see that short, go check it out. And if you guys want me to make any specific content here on YouTube in general, or in terms of YouTube Shorts, drop me a comment. Seriously, let me know. This channel only gets better. It gets better with time, obviously, but you guys contributing, giving me your insights can help me make it even better, right? That's the goal, at this point. So, yeah, drop me some comments. And let's talk about AMD. I've gotten some questions on AMD and NVIDIA, and I actually haven't talked about them for a while here on the channel. So let's see what is going on with these two stocks. And what we're noticing today is AMD is up about 8%. Pretty awesome day so far for AMD. And what I'm also noticing is, look at this. If we zoom in on the 20-day chart, we're noticing this is starting to reverse. We hit 102 this morning. We took the highs out from earlier in May, which those highs were $99. So we took those highs out. We're above the moving averages. We have a golden cross, and we're noticing that on the 4-hour chart as well. We're above the moving averages. We're at a multi-week high at this point, but the thing is, we are still in this downwards channel, which it's we're in a funky spot now because we are starting to break out, but we're still in an overall downtrend. So for me to really get in on AMD here, guys, and notice, let me draw this, resistance right now. This is what we're fighting with right now, $100, $102 a share. That was the low point in September, October, right? Also, all throughout January through about the beginning of April, we held 101, 102 on AMD. So we need to break out of this point right now because it's a resistance. Once you break a support, it then becomes a resistance until you break the resistance. Then it becomes support again. So for AMD, we got to start breaking 105, 110. And if that point starts breaking, hey, we might go long on this particular stock, or I might go long on this particular stock. So I'm going to set one alert at 110. I'll put another one at 105. Let's see, how this plays out. And let's pull up NVIDIA. I haven't looked at this in a while either. NVIDIA, okay, number one, it's been beaten down. No kidding, right, guys? I mean, we all know that at this point. And it's also in a downtrend, clear downtrend. And let's see if we can draw a channel on this very quickly here. This one's more towards the bottom of the channel. We saw AMD, it was more towards the top, right? You can see it here more towards the top. We hit 82 a couple weeks ago. Now we're at $100. On the flip side, NVIDIA is near the low still. We just hit a 155 low. We're only at 178 now. I mean, we're still near those lows. And it's more towards the bottom of the channel. It's more oversold. So I actually think NVIDIA might rip even more than AMD here, especially if we get an overall rally, or I guess we are getting a rally in the markets now. If this rally continues, NVIDIA might rip even further, maybe towards 200 plus. We're already noticing an inverse head and shoulders forming here on the 10-day chart. Take a look at that, guys. We have the left shoulder, the heads right here. Let me show you all. There we go. If it wants to work, perfect. And then we have the right shoulder right here. We're above the moving averages, and we have a golden cross. So I think I think NVIDIA, excuse me, guys, if we get more green in these markets, which we'll see how it goes at 2 p.m. today on the East Coast, and an hour from now we have Jerome Powell speaking, Q&A, all that good stuff. If we push through that, more green comes in, 200, 215, guys. I know it might seem like a stretch, but trust me, this could go up 10% in a day. I mean, it's happened before. That's where it could be going. So watch out for NVIDIA, AMD. Hope you guys enjoyed the update and kind of where my head is at and what I did today. Again, I locked in profits on Adobe. Also still holding my VOO. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll lock that in. We'll see. And if you guys want to join my Patreon, you get all my buys, sells, call-outs, morning videos, more access to me throughout the day. And just if you want more one-on-one with me, hey, it's on Patreon, link down below, or go to StasserFest.com/Patreon, and make sure to get your free money from Moomoo, up to 5 free shares of stock, each up to $3,500. All you guys got to do is use that link, deposit at least $100. You get up to 5 stocks, and if you want a free share of Twitter as well, all you got to do is deposit $2,000, at least $2,000, and you get up to 5 stocks, free share of Twitter. And if you don't like Moomoo, you take all your money out, you keep all your money. It's literally free money, guys. So hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate you all. As always, I'll catch you in the next video. And if you notice here, my LED lights, these green little lights, the red lights, I change the colors all the time. They're actually breaking on me. They're starting to go out. I don't know what the heck happened, but I think I'm going to have to get some new lights, guys, one of these days. Just saying. Just putting that out there. So we got some problems, but it's all good. We'll fix them. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.